all of this pushback against Trump, knowing how he responds to that, could actually provoke him to follow through with this talk about sending in the National Guard when yesterday he seemed to waffle. Could this make things worse, all this pushback?
Could you imagine if, as a descendant of slaves, if my ancestors would have had that same rationale? Let's not fight against the Confederacy. Let's just try to get along, and then maybe one day they'll give us our freedom. Nowhere in the history of America or the world where marginalized people have sat silent and idle, and they've been able to actually achieve justice and liberation. The fact that you have a unified front in Chicago where we are rejecting the occupation by the military of our cities, that's actually fighting for our democracy. That's what's required in this moment. Leading in this moment takes a great deal of courage, but we stand on the shoulders of so many people that have come before us. We have seen these type of tyrannical acts before. One thing that we know for sure, when we fight back against tyranny, the people united always prevail.
Oh, and Trump, PSA, don't forget the last time you was in Chicago, we ran your ass out the fucking city, goofy.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C., nigga. This is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100.
Before we get into this any deeper, I just want to say this. Do we really think that niggas with switches can do something against police and military with fully automatic weapons? Y'all are trying to get your entire hood shot up. And these are civilians who are not with the same sugar honey iced tea that y'all are with. All because you want to continue to do your crime in peace. It's the most ignorant. It's foolish.
The quiet part out loud about Chicago. There are people who, like myself, were born and raised in the city of Chicago. Is it dangerous here? Yes, it's dangerous here. Are we generally desensitized to the amount of violence that goes on here? To some extent, yes. However, Chicago is one of them cities that what you live by is what you die by. Good, bad, or indifferent. What you win by is what you lose by. Sometimes when things happen in the city of Chicago, it's not a coincidence and it's not a shock to us, because if you be outside doing bullshit, bullshit's gonna find you because you be outside doing bullshit. In all my years of being a Chicago native, there are a lot of things I've never dealt with because I don't be outside entertaining certain shit. I also have a really good spidey senses. I know when to leave. I don't always need to prove a point to a stranger. There are some common sense things that were put into my head that have kept me alive. And you got it, big dog, is one of them. Some people have a hard time and a hard life in Chicago because they go outside, they do bullshit, they get involved with people who do bullshit, they be attached to things that have brought them nothing but bullshit. Not even no money and bullshit, but just bullshit. When y'all speak on Chicago, keep that in mind.
Your old fruity pebble head ass think you cooking. What about all the kids that are killed from these non-shooting ass thugs with switches who are shooting sideways at somebody because they not man enough to walk up to their op and put them down? How about that one? If you're going to keep the game, if you're going to go gangster for gangster, then keep that amongst yourselves. But it's way too many civilians who are dying by the hands of this BS. Common sense is not going to make you escape the violence. And if you firmly believe that, then explain all of the victims that are killed in Chicago. They're not all gang members, sweetheart. And you are young. You haven't even lived yet. You're not going to run up on some BS until you run up on some BS. You got it, big dog. Ain't going to be your savior all the damn time, dumbass. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Young lady, man, it's foolish. It's absolutely foolish. How many times y'all know of somebody being victimized in school? When they just came to school to learn. They came to school to have fun and be with their friends, but they ended up having their pockets dug in. They ended up having their shoes snatched up off their feet, their hat, if it's nice, snatched up off of their head, their backpacks taken, their money taken, everything. How much common sense do you think common sense would have prevented people from being carjacked in the suburbs of Chicago from thugs that live in the South Side who decided to go where the people have? You know, the have-nots go to where the people have and take their stuff. Miss me with the BS. You haven't lived long enough. You're not in a position to speak for everyone. You sound foolish as hell.
We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that. And we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down. We cannot return to the same failed strategies that got us here in the first place. Under the previous presidential administration, we requested more federal resources to address gun violence in our city. We continue to make that same call. We have made significant progress on our own, but there is so much more that we can do if we had real support from the federal government.
Before we continue, I just want to say this, all right? And these are all people that got some gangster stuff to say to the president because they don't want his help. Check this out, gang. When Mayor Johnson made that speech and he had Governor Pritzker standing behind him looking embarrassed because they both have the same dumbass political ideology, there was 50 plus people that was killed in one weekend, Labor Day weekend, in their city. And then this fool stands up in front of a microphone and says it's racist to lock up criminals. We need to figure out please explain to me how you plan on fixing it then, because you haven't so far. Because if you have, guess what? The president wouldn't be trying to send extra people there to help you out. If your numbers were so brilliant and the murder rate was so low at this point, you think that he would be sending in extra help for you? No, he wouldn't. It's the most dumbest thing in the world. We still got 300 plus people killed this year so far, but we're doing great. Since when is that doing great? Locking up criminals is racist. What? How about helping to change the culture, Mayor? You're in position to do that. You know that, right? People respect you that voted for you. The people that voted for you respect you for some strange reason. Now do your damn job. That way, you don't need President Trump to come out there. And guess what? If people are still being murdered at a high clip in your city, you should be the one calling the president to come out and help. It shouldn't be the other way around. You shouldn't be threatening him, threatening the president, trying to get your troops all riled up, because you do realize that your citizens are starting to feel tougher, feel like they can fight the daggone military, all because you're getting them ready. Now, if there's a bloodbath, because you do know that the police is not just going to let y'all shoot at them without shooting back, it's going to be on you.
So I just finished watching an interview of Governor Pritzker of Chicago telling President Trump not to send the military into Chicago after President Trump announced that he could potentially be sending the military to Chicago next
after he sent them into Washington, D.C., which, by the way, after he sent them into Washington, D.C., the crime rate has reportedly exponentially went down. So you have this governor, he was standing on a boat, you guys, taking questions from the press, who was asking him how did he feel about President Trump announcing that he would send the military to Chicago next, potentially. And he's like, well, we'll take it up legally. We'll take them up in courts, because you know that's how the Democrats always operate, whether it's illegal immigration or anything. They're gonna go to court. They don't do nothing else. They're gonna go to court. Okay? Because they got they bought and paid for attorneys and judges doing the bidding for them. At any rate, this dude is on a boat saying how safe it is in Chicago, and we, as you can see, don't have any problems. It's safe. I just walked down the street to dinner with my wife, and he's taking an interview on the boat, and he's taking an interview downtown in Chicago. Why didn't you have that interview on the South Side, sir? Okay. Why don't you go to the South Side and have that interview so we can really see the streets of Chicago and how things are going on in Chicago? Because for years it's been reported that Chicago has had one of the highest murder rates, okay? Black on black crimes for the party that loves to promote Black Lives Matter. We didn't hardly hear anything about all of those killings that were reportedly happening in Chicago weekend after weekend. But don't let it be a white cop on the black guy, because we gonna hear that nonstop. Because y'all love to run that division, because that's how y'all keep us going against each other and staying in power. But now that's coming to an end. That's just, at downtown Dallas and on a boat taking questions talking about Chicago is safe. When we know that it was nicknamed Chirac for a reason. Because it was like a war zone. And like President Trump said, there should not be any inner city in this country that looks like a war zone. I mean, y'all don't have no problem taking billions and billions of dollars overseas under the guise of humanitarian aid, but you can't even do nothing for your own darn cities. And then when you have a man that's stepping up, trying to get the crime rate under control, trying to close the borders, trying to do more for the citizens of the country, all of a sudden, all y'all can do is go to court. Man, y'all, the hypocrisy is off the charts.
I love that lady. Whatever your name is, sweetheart, I love you, girl. I love you, girl. Because she know exactly what she's talking about. Chirac. That name came from somewhere. It's a war zone, baby. And they trying to keep it that way. You live by it, you die by it, as the young girl with the fruity pebble head said. We live by it, we die by it. Is it dangerous? Yeah, we know that. Could we potentially die? Yeah. But you are the one that's wrong for it. Victim blaming, victim blaming, victim blaming, victim blaming. I thought the Democrats was like, don't victim blame. I can walk outside with just my drawers on. You shouldn't be looking at me like that because I'm a lady. Victim blaming, victim blaming, victim blaming. Right? Miss me with that, man. This lady is cooking. What y'all think about this, man? Let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. She is cooked. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.